Hello everyone and welcome to our comprehensive guide on the V Rising bosses. For a game that's still in early access, there is a lot of content to go around in V Rising, and one of those things is the sheer amount of bosses that exist in the game. I'm sure they're going to add more in the future too. So for now, let's talk about the bosses that already exist and the best ways to go about beating them. V Rising bosses. There is a very long list to go here, so I say let's just jump right into it. Without further ado, the first one up is the Alpha Wolf. This guy is not one to mess around with, but it is the first boss, and he does have plenty of health and damage for the time being. Definitely have some upgraded equipment going into this fight. Next is Errol the Stonebreaker. He definitely has a lot of slow attacks, so play defensively, but he can be found in the Bandit Copper Mines, and he has plenty of friends around him. Coming in at number 3 is the level 20 boss, Keely the Frost Archer. You want to make sure that you're moving non-stop here and take out any regular enemies in the area first. What's really cool about this fight is that it unlocks Frostbolt. Number 4, also at level 20, is Rufus the Foreman. Defeat the regular enemies first once again, and go for a ranged fight with this guy. Don't let his support team distract you too much. Number 5 is Lydia the Chaos Archer at level 26. She's a patrolling boss that has very simple attacks that are easy to rotate around. If you can, try to fight her when she's already fought other creatures. At number 6, we have the first big challenge, Goreswine the Ravager. This is the first big challenge here, so you definitely want to fight with range and do not let yourself get poisoned. Coming in at number 7 is Grayson the Armorer at level 27. Utilize the armor around the area to be invulnerable while you can. Don't let up attacking this guy and equip strong defense. The 8th boss is a unique one in that it has to be summoned, and it's his house now. The Putrid Rat will not leave until you kill him. Make sure you use counterattack a lot. Number 9 is Clive the Firestarter, and he explodes a lot of things, so avoid his cluster attack. Make sure you can use the explosives around the camp to your advantage, and make sure to dash around plenty. Number 10 here is Pelora the Feywalker. You definitely want to have a lot of extra defense here because it's another step in difficulty. Fight early in the night and use range a lot. Number 11 is the Ferocious Bear. What's really cool about this is it unlocks the bear form, like the wolf does earlier for the wolf form. You may need a lot of health potions and you need to pay attention to its attack patterns. Number 12 is Quincy the Bandit King. You definitely want to go around his big shield and hit him from behind when you can. Avoid his projectiles, and it unlocks the very cool spell of Merciless Charge. Nicholas the Fallen is a very dangerous necromancer. You want to remove all the skeletons as soon as he spawns them in. Hit and run is a great way to go here since his attacks are slow. Beatrice the Tailor is actually someone that you have to chase down in order to defeat, so you need to have a lot of speed buffs if you can. Defeat the enemies as they come, and just as a fun little note, she looks like a scary grandma. Number 15 is Vincent the Frostbringer. You definitely want to take out the normal enemies first and train them around in a circle like you do in COD Zombies. You definitely want to move in constant circles here. The 16th boss on this list is Krigg the Undead General. You definitely want to go in with range here and avoid getting pulled in by his chains. And don't ignore his minions, otherwise you will die. Coming in at number 17 is Christina the Sun Princess. She heals a lot, even though she has a little amount of health. Defeat the regulars once again, and she can be found in the Dawnbreak area. Another roaming boss at 18, Tristan the Vampire Hunter. You want to make sure that you would dodge his attacks as they do a lot of damage. In fact, if you're going for him, bring some healing potions. For number 19, we have Leandra the Shadow Priestess. Fairly straightforward, but you definitely want to dodge a lot and not get hit if you can. Overall, she has very low HP though, so it should be fairly easy. Coming in at number 20 is Bane the Shadowblade. This guy fights with a lot of tricks and has plenty of attacks. In fact, he can even make you partially blind, so you definitely want to be on guard fighting this guy. Grethel the Glassblower is just a really cool idea for a boss, but also can be caught slacking a lot, so attack while she's not moving. For number 22, we're going to move on to Maha the Dark Savant. Remove the regulars once again from here, stay close, and do not let her use her range against you. Terra the Geomancer is relatively easy as long as you have level 50 gear or somewhere around there. It also just kind of reminds me of a Geodude. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else. Meredith the Bright Archer is, well, big danger, very bright. So make sure that you dodge the arrows that can be dodged and make this a hit and run fight. Alright, halfway there. Frostmaw the Mountain Terror is absolutely one of the strongest bosses in the game. secure your attack, defense, and healing, and it has plenty of hit points itself. Octavian, the militia captain, will stun you a lot, so if you can, make sure you avoid his attacks to avoid getting stunned. Try distance in this fight for the best outcome. Domina, the blade dancer, is first of all very creepy, but also you want to go for range once again. If you have a counter ability, use it, and utilize dodging a lot. Raziel, the shepherd, at level 60 does a lot of damage, but it does unlock some really good stuff, so apply the hit and run tactics and you're good to go. Moving on from here, we have Ungora, the spider queen, and its main goal is to slow you down because it has very quick attack patterns, so murk those minions and attack it quickly. Moving on, we have Angram, the purifier, and you need at least level 57 gear, and really plenty of friends to do this fight. Don't attack while his barrier is active or you'll get hurt. Ziva, the engineer, is very dangerous with its lightning ball, so you definitely need to dodge a lot. However, there is a lot of time to heal in this fight if you do it carefully. Coming in at 32, we have Jade, the vampire hunter, and you definitely want to be patient with this fight. You need to watch out for the mines and use your own area attacks, if you have them, against her. Next is Falrot, the soul taker. With this, you definitely need ranged attacks, and you want to avoid the blue circles as they do a ton of damage. You want to also destroy the underlings as quickly as possible. The Duke of Balaton is a dangerous beast, so you need to watch out for its area attacks, and you need to not get poisoned if you can avoid it. But his allies are actually very weak here, so that's a bonus. The Old Wanderer is at 35, and he's a runner too, like Old Grandma was. You definitely want to take ranged weapons here and try to avoid any extra enemies that come along the path with you. Merwin, the Elementalist, will spawn a ton of illusions, but you want to exterminate these guys as quickly as possible. You also want to utilize any summons that you have. Wilfred, the Werewolf Chief, is the next one, and you do not want to go up close with this guy. In fact, you don't want to attack him at the daytime because he's practically invincible. Watch for the backstab and you're good to go. Cyril, Accursed Smith, is a very dangerous one, so you need a lot of armor here, at least level 63. Use range once again, and definitely dash away from all attacks. Sir Magnus, the Overseer, is another of the more difficult bosses that this game offers, so if you have a friend, use them as a meat shield. Otherwise, close or long range works if you're prepared. Terraclaw, the Ogre, is, well, just don't get close at all, and do not let him slow you because he has very sharp claws. Moving on from here, we're almost done. Azrael, the Sunbringer. Can you guess what I'm going to say? Use range. Finish off his friends first, and then go in for the kill, saving the best for last. Morian, the Stormwing Matriarch, is number 42 here, and it has a lot of attacks that it sends out with its clones that also send out a lot of attacks. When did this become a roguelike? Baron de Bousson du Solom. I can't do French. This guy throws wine at you, so destroy the barrels quickly and use quick attacks in order to secure your victory here. Next is Matka, the Curse Weaver. This guy throws a lot of area of effect and single damage. And of course, the bullets explode, so try for range here and best of luck to you. Down to the last 5, we have Henry Blackbrew the Doctor. You'll need at least gear level 72 here, and you'll need a lot of HP or lifesteal. This is also a very small fighting stage. Knight Marshal Styx the Sunderer is very fast, so you definitely want to defense stats high. You might die a lot. Number 47 is Voltatia the Power Master, and you'll definitely want level 75 gear here. Range is the way to go once again, and you'll need to dash away a lot to secure your victory. Gore Crusher the Behemoth is our third to last boss here, and he has 4 attacks to worry about, so just learn the attack patterns, and he will summon minions near death. Otherwise, you're good. The Winged Horror is, well, username checks out. Bring plenty of defense here, and once again, use range, because that's the only thing that's going to get you out of this situation. Finally, there's Solaris the Immaculate. Hey, did you guess? Range. Bring friends to resurrect you, and increase your Sanctity resist if you can. Otherwise, good luck. Whew, that was a lot of bosses. Am I crazy if I want more? Conclusion. Hopefully you guys found this quick guide helpful, and hopefully it'll help you out in your server when you play the game yourself. If you happen to like this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and ringing that notification bell. That way we know this is the type of content that you like to see. Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments.